What is the absolute best way to quiet the loud ringing bay of a stubborn beagle, without breaking their beautiful loving spirit, or using harsh methods that make them feel scared and lonely in their own home? How can you carefully decode the exact reasons behind their intense barking and baying using simple steps that satisfy their powerful tracking instincts, while teaching them that silence brings much better rewards? Hi, welcome back to Paw and Order. My name is Carl, and I am gonna teach you how to stop your beagle from howling and barking, using very simple and easy steps. These little hounds are famous for their amazing noses and their long, floppy ears, but they are also famous for making a massive amount of loud noise that can easily drive your neighbors crazy. To start this professional training steps, you must first understand the unique history and genetic blueprint of the beagle breed, because their voice is completely different from an ordinary family dog. Beagles were originally bred in England to work in large packs for tracking rabbits, and they developed a specialized, deep vocalization called a bay, which sounds like a mixture between a bark and a long, sad howl. This loud voice was a magnificent tool in the hunting field, because it allowed human hunters to follow the pack's location from miles away through dense forests and tall grass. Because this vocal behavior is deeply hardwired into their DNA, your beagle is not trying to be bad or annoy you. When they shout, they are simply following a centuries-old instinct to communicate their feelings and discoveries. Your primary training goal is not to eliminate their voice completely, which is physically impossible and unfair, but to manage their triggers and teach them when it is appropriate to be quiet. By dedicating time to understand their hunting heritage, you are taking the first professional step toward becoming a truly successful, patient, and compassionate teacher for your hound. Before you begin any training exercises, you must learn to identify the 4 primary triggers that cause your beagle to start barking or howling in their daily life. The first major trigger is boredom, which happens when a high-energy tracking dog is left alone with nothing to do, causing them to use their voice to entertain themselves and pass the time. The second trigger is separation anxiety, where your beagle feels terrified of being isolated from their human pack, and howls continuously to call you back to the house. The third common trigger is alert barking, which occurs when your dog sees a stranger, a delivery driver, or a neighborhood squirrel through the window, and feels a strong need to warn you about the intrusion. The fourth trigger is attention-seeking barking, which happens when your clever hound realizes that making a massive amount of noise forces you to look at them, talk to them, or hand them a delicious treat. By carefully observing your dog and writing down exactly what happens right before they make noise, you can pinpoint the exact trigger and choose the perfect professional solution. Setting up the perfect environment for a quiet hound is the third essential step in our professional process, and it requires making simple changes to the layout of your living room. Since beagles are highly visual and possess an extraordinary sense of hearing, looking out a front window can cause them to constantly explode into alert barking at every passing car or walking pedestrian. You can easily fix this by closing the window blinds, using frosted privacy film on the glass, or moving your dog's main resting bed to a quiet room in the back of the house. It is also highly beneficial to leave a television playing soft classical music, or a white noise machine running near their crate, to drown out disturbing outdoor sounds like slamming car doors, or barking neighborhood dogs. Creating a calm, predictable indoor sanctuary prevents your beagle's nervous system from staying on high alert all day, making it significantly easier for them to choose relaxation over vocal shouting. When their environment is peaceful and their visual triggers are removed, their natural desire to bark continuously drops to a completely manageable level. When you are ready to fix boredom barking, the absolute best method is to utilize the incredible power of your beagle's nose through specialized scent games and mental enrichment activities. Beagles possess over 200 million scent receptors in their noses, and using their brain to track down smells is incredibly exhausting for them, far more tiring than a long walk around the neighborhood block. You can take a handful of their dry breakfast kibble and scatter it completely across the green grass in your backyard, forcing them to use their nose to hunt down every single piece of food. Indoors, you can hide small, healthy treats inside cardboard boxes, under old towels, or throughout different rooms of the house, turning mealtime into a fun, quiet tracking game that occupies their active mind. You can also utilize durable rubber toys stuffed with peanut butter and frozen overnight, which provides an hour of peaceful licking that naturally releases calming hormones inside their brain. Providing daily scent puzzles completely satisfies their genetic hunting desires, replacing their loud howling habits with deep, quiet satisfaction in peaceful afternoon naps. The quiet command is the fifth step in our professional training step, and it uses simple English steps to teach your beagle exactly what the word silence means through positive reinforcement. The next time your beagle starts barking at a delivery driver, wait for them to bark 2 or 3 times, to acknowledge their alert, then walk over calmly and say the word, quiet, in a low, steady voice. The moment you say the word, hold a highly valuable, delicious treat right in front of their twitching nose, which will instantly force them to stop barking so they can sniff the food. Because a dog cannot bark and sniff simultaneously, they will become completely silent for a few seconds, while they focus heavily on the scent of the treat. Count to 3 silently in your head, while they maintain total silence, then immediately hand them the food and praise them warmly by saying, "Good, quiet, excellent dog." Repeating this simple exercise multiple times teaches your hound that stopping their noise on command results in a magnificent reward, transforming silence into a highly profitable behavior for them. To conquer the challenging issue of separation anxiety howling, when you leave the house, you must carefully desensitize your beagle to your daily departure cues using tiny, stress-free steps. Beagles are incredibly observant, and they quickly memorize the exact sounds that mean you are about to disappear, such as the jingle of your house keys, the putting on of your heavy winter coat, or the locking of the back door. When they hear these sounds, their anxiety levels spike instantly, causing them to start pacing, whining, and preparing to howl the moment the front door clicks shut. To break this negative emotional chain, you should practice performing these departure movements multiple times a day, without actually leaving the house at all. Pick up your keys and sit back down on the sofa to watch television, or put on your winter coat and walk into the kitchen to wash the dishes until your dog stops reacting to the sounds. By removing the scary meaning from these daily actions, you are teaching your beagle to remain completely calm, cool, and relaxed whenever they see you preparing to go somewhere. Once your beagle is completely relaxed with your departure cues, you can begin practicing short absences to build their independent staying muscles without triggering any panic howling. Walk out the front door, close it completely behind you, stand quietly on the porch for just 10 seconds, and then walk back inside before your dog has a chance to make a single sound. When you enter the house, do not make a massive fuss, yell happily, or hug your dog excitedly. Instead, remain totally calm and ignore them for 2 minutes, so they realize that your coming and going is a completely boring, normal event. Slowly increase the duration of your absences from 10 seconds to 1 minute, then 5 minutes, and eventually to an hour, always returning to the house while your hound is perfectly quiet. If you move too fast and your beagle starts to howl, it means you have stayed away too long, and you must step back to a shorter time frame during your next training session. This gradual step-by-step approach proves to your pet that you will always return, transforming their lonely panic into peaceful, quiet confidence. Using a professional crate training routine is an outstanding way to provide your beagle with a secure, cozy den that prevents destructive behaviors and vocal howling throughout the day. The crate should be placed in a warm corner of your home, and filled with soft plush blankets, a piece of your old clothing that carries your comforting scent, and a variety of safe chew toys. You should never use the crate as a place for punishment or yelling, as your hound must view this space as their ultimate private bedroom, where only wonderful things happen. Feed your beagle all their daily meals inside the open crate, and give them their favorite high-value treats exclusively when they are resting quietly inside the structure. You can cover the top and sides of the wire crate with a dark bedsheet to create a dark, cave-like atmosphere that naturally encourages relaxation and deep, restful sleep. When a beagle feels safe and snug inside their dedicated den, their natural desire to howl for help disappears, allowing them to rest peacefully while you are away. Proper physical exercise is another vital pillar of a quiet lifestyle, because a physically exhausted beagle is a beautifully silent companion, who lacks the energy to bark continuously at the world. Because this breed possesses immense stamina and athletic endurance from their hunting ancestry, a quick 10-minute walk around the block is completely insufficient for their physical needs. You should provide your beagle with at least 1 hour of vigorous exercise every single day, including fast-paced walks, fun-fetching games in a fenced yard, or controlled hiking adventures through nature trails. Allow your hound plenty of opportunities to stop, drop their nose to the ground, and sniff all the interesting bushes and trees along your path, as this activity provides vital mental stimulation. Combining intense physical movement with deep sniffing sessions completely drains their energy reserves, ensuring that when they return home, their only desire is to sleep soundly on their bed. Attention-seeking barking requires a completely different professional strategy, known as tactical ignoring, which teaches your clever beagle that making noise causes all good things to vanish instantly. If your hound stands directly in front of you and barks at the top of their lungs to demand a piece of your dinner or to force you to throw a toy, you must completely freeze your body like a statue. Turn your head away from them, cross your arms firmly over your chest, avoid making any eye contact, and remain absolutely silent without saying a single word to your dog. If you look at them, tell them to stop, or push them away with your hands, you are actually handing them the attention they are begging for, which rewards their bad behavior and guarantees they will bark louder next time. The very second your beagle stops making noise and sits down quietly to figure out what happened, turn back around, hand them a treat, and give them plenty of love. Maintaining total consistency across every single member of your household is a vital rule that can make or break the success of your beagle's quiet training program. If you are working incredibly hard to ignore attention-seeking barking, while your children or your partner give the dog food, when they shout, your beagle will become deeply confused and continue to make noise. You must gather your entire family together and establish a strict set of rules, ensuring everyone uses the exact same quiet command and the exact same training rewards. Write the simple steps down on a piece of paper and stick it directly to the refrigerator door, so everyone stays perfectly aligned and practices the same techniques every single day. Dogs thrive on absolute predictability, and when they receive the exact same message from every human in the house, they learn the rules of the home 10 times faster. A unified family approach builds a powerful foundation of clarity for your hound, transforming an unorganized household into an efficient, successful training team. The role of proper nutrition and high-quality ingredients is another professional secret that directly influences the mood, anxiety levels, and vocal habits of your Siberian scent hound. Feeding your beagle a cheap commercial diet filled with artificial chemical colors, heavy preservatives, and low-quality corn fillers can cause massive spikes in their energy levels, leading to hyperactive behavior and increased irritability. You should choose a premium, nutrient-dense dog food that features real meat as the very first ingredient, alongside stable sources of healthy fats and essential vitamins that support brain chemistry. Many modern veterinary studies show that a healthy, balanced digestive system directly communicates with a dog's brain, helping to reduce general anxiety, fearfulness, and impulsive vocal outbursts. Keep their fresh water bowl completely full at all times, and avoid feeding them high-sugar treats that cause artificial energy crashes and behavioral volatility throughout the afternoon hours. Let us do a complete, professional summary of our ultimate beagle barking and howling checklist to ensure you have all the easy steps completely memorized for your future training success. Step 1. Understand that their deep baying voice is a natural genetic instinct developed for ancient rabbit hunting, requiring patient management rather than angry punishment. Step 2. Identify their specific vocal triggers by writing down a daily log of when they bark, focusing heavily on boredom, separation anxiety, alert signals, or attention-seeking behavior. Step 3. Clear out visual and auditory triggers from their environment by closing window blinds, using privacy film, and playing soft white noise machines to create an indoor sanctuary. Step 4. Eliminate boredom barking by utilizing their extraordinary sense of smell, through daily food scatter games, hidden treat puzzles, and frozen peanut butter stuffed toys in the afternoon. Step 5. Practice the classic quietly command using high-value rewards, implement tactical ignoring for attention barking, execute systematic desensitization for separation anxiety, and provide an hour of intense daily physical exercise. Thank you so much for spending this valuable time with me today at Paw and Order, to master the professional art of stopping a beagle from howling and barking safely. Remember that your beautiful hound relies entirely on your calm guidance, clear boundaries, and predictable rewards to understand how to live peacefully within human society. I am Carl, and I am incredibly proud of your deep commitment to canine education. Training a vocal dog is a magnificent journey that expands our character, transforming us into significantly more patient, organized, and observant leaders in our daily lives. Keep your treats handy, your training consistent, your scent games challenging, and your heart completely open to the loyal, affectionate personality of your wonderful hound companion. I look forward to seeing you again very soon in our next video adventure, where we will continue to discover more professional secrets about the beautiful pet world.